The best team in gaming history exists only due to one major refereeing error. Here are 10 instances when refs spoiled football. First and foremost, in 2021-22, this ref screwed an entire league. Manchester City and Liverpool were locked in a two-horse battle for the title when City faced Everton away. Welcome back to another exciting video from SUPERINFOHIVE. Today's video is about 8 times referees ruined football. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Paul Tierney was the man in the center, and the game was still tied at 0-0 when the disputed moment occurred. Everton had launched an onslaught, which the City players had successfully neutralized. Roderick managed to do this even though there was no pressure in the area. That's a handball, people. But neither the ref nor the VAR officials gave it. Everton manager Frank Lampard was not pleased with the result after the game. Even my grandmother recognized that as handball. City went on to win the game 1-0 in the end. And, later that season, they won the league by a single point. You got a feel for Liverpool, bro. Since this isn't the first time referees have thwarted the Reds' title bid, they're back on their trail this season. Liverpool was personally involved in the entire situation this time. They had an away game against Tottenham, and the Reds were in good form going into this one. It was a match between two league unbeaten clubs. And the game was meant to be full of fireworks, but the refs in the VAR room ruined everything. Liverpool scored an incredible goal on the counterattack while it was still 0-0. Diaz's finish was impressive, but the officials called it out for offside. Guys, since the advent of VAR, anytime a goal is scored and deemed as offside, the VAR crew has to verify it and draw either red or green lines to signify the player was offside, but they accomplished nothing in the Diaz goal scenario. Liverpool was defeated 2-1 and received a red card. So you can bet Jurgen Klopp was furious on the inside. Following the game, the PGMOL Association of Referees confirmed that there was an error in the VAR room and the leaked video audio was a disaster. They apologized to Liverpool, but come on man, they need to mend up. What's the point of having assistant refs if they're full of nonsense like this guy in 2010? The entire world was watching when Germany and England played in the World Cup round of 16. Germany gained an early advantage and eventually doubled it, but England responded to make it 2-1 until boom. Frank Lampard scored with a crisp strike. I noticed it. It was noticed by the men in the stadium. However, it appears that the refs on the field did it. It's not even a matter of inches, man. The ball was clearly out of bounds. How in the world did you mess that up? Those men need eye exams or something. Germany defeated England 4-1, and following the World Cup, there were requests for goal line technology to be implemented in leagues around the world. So that things like this didn't happen again, making it easy on the refs. As a result, FIFA agreed. Since 2014, every major league has used the goal line system. Despite this, they still managed to screw it up again. Sheffield United and Aston Villa were both striving to avoid relegation in 2020. When Sheffield was awarded a free kick minutes before the halftime break, the ball was swung in and certainly crossed the line into the Villa goal, but the ref did not award it. How close do you require it to be? Even the Villa goalie Nyland had that shady look on his face because he knew he'd just conceded. But the referee didn't give the goal, and when asked why, he replied it was because he didn't get the indication from the goal line system indicating the ball had gone over the line, and waited for the game to continue. They eventually apologized for the mix-up throughout the whole process, admitting that the ball had crossed the line. But when you understand Sheffield went relegated that season, losing out to Villa by a point on the penultimate day, the apology sucks. Sometimes, I wonder if these guys do this on purpose, because how do I explain this extremely blatant error back in 2018 that knocked the country out of the World Cup? See, Argentina played Nigeria in the final group stage game, knowing everything was on the line. Croatia had already qualified and was assured to finish top. With Iceland already out of the tournament, the struggle for second place was between these two, and it was considered to be an epic. Messi opened the scoring with an incredible strike, but Nigeria got a penalty and equalized, and at that moment, Argentina was heading home. Argentina needed to win to qualify due to a goal difference. All Nigeria needed was a tie. With 13 minutes remaining, Nigeria should have scored a second goal and sent Argentina packing. Rewind a few seconds, and that was an obvious handball. But here's the odd part, the ref didn't even check it. Argentina scored 6 minutes later to eliminate Nigeria. Next, they made another blunder in 1986, when they illegally assisted one individual in creating football's most memorable moment. Diego Maradona was determined to assist his Argentina squad win the World Cup again. In the quarterfinals, they faced England. To win, Maradona understood he had to do something unusual. That's when he transformed himself into a god. Everyone, including the referee, witnessed his hand strike the ball. But, as you could have realized by now, he didn't deliver it. To make matters worse, Maradona went on to produce one of the greatest goals in football history minutes later, thus turning the English national team into his highlight reel. I'm pretty sure Maradona wasn't a popular favorite in England. Andre Marriner, for example, will hardly be the most famous man in Arsenal after his error allowed their rivals to humiliate them. In 2014, Arsenal and Chelsea met at the Bridge in Arsene Wenger's 1000th game as manager, but if you bring up the game, I'm sure he'll have you tossed out in 5 minutes. Chelsea was on top, while Arsenal was struggling. When Eden Hazard hit the target, the referee's head looked to spin. It was a handball, but look again since the individual to whom he issued the red card was incorrect. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain attempted to block on the line, but the ref called it off. Andre Marriner didn't like Kieran Gibbs, so he fired him instead. He apologized for his error after the game. But it wasn't just a footnote to the fact that Arsenal was thrashed 6-0 on Saturday. Ouch. At the very least, Marriner stated he didn't mean it and wasn't hallucinating like Tony Chaperon. Okay, let me clarify this. So Diego Carlos inadvertently kicked ref Chaperon from behind, who mistook it for a foul and kicked him again, sending him off. That guy is prone to rage. The French FA then suspended Chaperon, and Diego Carlos' red card was reversed. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.